Get so where down we go, way down we go. Whoa, you let your feet run wild. Time has come as we all mine. Do you dare to look them right in the eyes? Oh, yeah, someday we run you down till you fall. Oh, no more, and we're down.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Huddle Up podcast. We might have David. I don't know. He's got a black screen, but anyway, welcome back, everybody, to the Huddle Up podcast presented by the Jeremy Hodge Auto Group, Gridiron Spice Company, and Live Headphones, Live Audio. We got some special guests. This is the first three-person edition of the Huddle Up podcast. I've got David, who was on with us last week, and then fresh off the golf course, our guy J.W. Walsh. J-Dub, I guess I'll start with you because I don't know where.
Wait, what happened?
Connection. I don't know. Your screen's black, but we'll
you can hear
going.
me?
I can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you. But yeah, we'll figure out the technical difficulties. But fresh off his round of 63, J.W. Walsh off the golf course. So he is scratch golf. Yeah. So what's going on, man? Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. And I am not scratch. I am far from it. But it was fun. Golf it's a good outlet, and it's the only way I can stay competitive these days. You get older, you can't do anything. You can't play football, you can't play basketball, you get hurt. So
yeah, no doubt. Thanks for joining us. I know you're. What's the? I think where you're down. San Marcos right now.
Yeah, that's where my parents live, and I'm down visiting them right now.
Right on. So the weather is probably there. He is. He's back. We can see him now. So there he is. Don't touch anything.
Hey, yeah. I'm overcoming adversity here, man. Here we go.
We're just talking about J-Dub's scratch golf skills.
Yeah. I've witnessed it plenty of times, man.
He's getting ready for the Pebble Beach Pro-Am coming up. So
I sure wish.
Yeah. No,
I'd give anything.
Yeah. No, David, thanks again for joining us again. Last week was so much fun. We had to get you back. And then, of course, you got your boy on with us too. So it's going to be a fun discussion. We're going to talk about Super Bowl and whatever else we can think of. But how's it going? How's the week been?
Man, all good here. Other than weather has turned around, right? We've shifted, taking a new toll here. We got some beautiful weather, and if you can hear it, it has hit me. My allergies are in full effect. Been outside walking my son around the neighborhood and the whole thing, and the allergies hit me full swing. But I'll take it with the nice weather, man. So all good. I wish I was with Dub out there on the golf course, but
no doubt. Me too.
I'll take the walks around the neighborhood with Low, man.
Yeah, you got to get it where you can, right? You got to get out and do something. So
yep, that's exactly right.
But yeah, just we'll go right off the bat. I know the Super Bowl was last Sunday. So we'll go ahead and just talk about that. The Super Bowl breakdown. The Seattle Seahawks victorious 29-13 in the Super Bowl. I'll just kick it to one of you guys. What were your thoughts? First of all, did you watch the game? And then kind of what were your thoughts? Who were you rooting for? And did it end up being the prediction that you thought it would be?
Go ahead, Dub. Take it away, man.
Yeah, I watched it, unfortunately, but it did kind of go the way I thought it would. Maybe not as dominant towards the Seahawks as I thought, but the Seahawks have played great defense all year. They've been able to run the football all year. And the two things you got to do when you're playing playoff football at any level is play great defense and run the football. And so I knew it was probably going to be a little bit of an issue for the Patriots, even though they're a great team. But they just, as everybody saw, they just couldn't control the line of scrimmage, and the young quarterback, his youth showed, and I felt for him because he's phenomenal. He had an MVP season, but at the end of the day, his playoff performances weren't great, and And the Seahawks defense, they ate them alive. The whole they ate because the left tackle for the Patriots, was he a rookie or 2 years, whatever?
Yeah, it showed.
And he's a great player, but
Yeah.
he got ate up, and
And he was playing injured, right?
so
Wasn't he playing injured?
that I don't know.
Yeah,
I
think
don't
it
know.
ankle maybe or something like that. I think he was just having some tough time with. Or I don't know exactly what it was.
I think it was MCL. If listening to the Pat McAfee show taught me anything, I think I did learn that it was the MCL, and now it kind of made sense to what you were just talking about, Dub. He got torn up.
That makes a difficult when you got an edge rusher like that, and then you're having problems, kick stepping and doing whatever with that leg. It could pose some problems. But my biggest thing was and I think JW talked about it earlier, but the Seahawks' ability to run the football. 27 carries for 135 yards for Kenneth Walker. It was like, all right, we're going to turn around and hand the ball off to him until you can stop it. Sam Darnold was pretty efficient. He was 19 of 38 for 202 and a touchdown. So he really didn't have to do a whole lot, just managing the game and turning it around and handing it to Kenneth Walker. And that was the recipe. I know Cooper Kupp had a couple big catches, and Barner had the touchdown reception. But, yeah, it was just business-like for the Seahawks. David, what were your thoughts?
Yeah.
Yep. Man, y'all all said it. You said it. I kind of want to rewind to something Dub said, and I don't know if I heard this right. Did you say you expected it to be more dominant by the Seahawks?
Ooh. No, I didn't expect it to be more dominant. I didn't think it would be I didn't think it'd be an entertaining game, just because I knew both teams play great defense. So I didn't think it'd be entertaining. I thought it'd be a slow, run the football, grind it out defensive game, which it was.
Yeah, and the first half was definitely, it was definitely it was it was a little tough to watch because I don't know if I expected the kickers to shine like they did, but it was definitely a low scoring game, 9-0. I think it was at halftime. And then Seattle, obviously, in the fourth quarter, and then New England didn't even score their points until the fourth quarter. So
yeah, it was. I wasn't. I don't know. I was making sure I heard Dub correctly on that, but I wasn't trying to stir up any controversy with it. But I guess I just misheard you. But you all said it. Run the football, great defense. That's who Seattle's been. Not that I'm an NFL savant as far as paying attention to it all year with numbers and the whole thing. But I do know their defense is elite. And then when you hear people talk about the defenses that they're compared to previously in the NFL, like the all-time greats, that's when, you kind of really, at times you feel bad for what Drake May was going through in year 2 with a beat up left tackle and him having to deal with those things. But at the same time, it's when you actually go back and watch some of the games and kind of broke it down a little bit, there were some plays where just in protection, at least some of the plays like that they got after Drake May schematically, I was like, well,
yeah.
Seattle,
and I think there was a couple too where he held onto the ball maybe just a little too long. But then, and what really surprised me, the stat that surprised me, obviously, it was mostly in the fourth quarter, but he threw for almost 3 bills. It was 295 through the air with 43 attempts, and then just those 2 interceptions really cost him. But I was really shocked by that. I was like, holy cow, with the way he struggled, he still threw for almost 300 yards, Yeah,
I'd be curious, which how many of those yards came in the fourth quarter? Do you have that pulled up by any means?
I don't, but I know, with their touchdowns, their
I'm going to say
points came in the fourth quarter. Yeah, oh yeah, it was a big number for sure. And then his completions were because he threw both touchdown passes was that little one that dump to Ramondre Stevenson that he almost dropped, and then the other one was to Holland. So they're both of those touchdowns were, and I think a couple long passes. There was like a 35 or 40 yard pass. They were kind of moving down the field, and then obviously the game was already decided by then. But I think it was more garbage yards. But still, I was kind of shocked with that when I saw that. Was like, holy cow!
They had to start letting it go, and
No,
I'll
I did.
single-handedly point out that play that you just talked about, the Stevenson play.
Yeah.
What a catch!
Yeah,
That was a hell of a catch.
Shout
Hell
out
of a catch.
Boomer Sooner right there. Yeah.
Easy.
You got to
Yeah.
you got to get his picture up there, man. Get his picture
Yeah,
up
I
there on the
will. Hey,
wall.
give me I'll throw it up there. Shy. I got Baker right here, and these are all signed. So I got Baker, I got Bob, CD, Jason White, my guy, and then you can't see it up there, but Quentin Griffin, my dad's favorite player from back in the day. So, and then I got but yeah, I mean, I'll change up the layout. I got Kayla's got her Kansas City Chiefs wall over on that side. You can't see them, but every once in a while we'll flip the desk and move it over. So, but yeah, I'll throw, as long as it's not, Texas, I'll throw you guys a shout out. So,
I'm okay with
man.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you can get some more. You be getting some more Kansas City stuff up on the wall now, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. That was a kind of a surprise to some, and I know, but we're talking about DeMarco Murray. Shout out to him. We've got a chance to play golf a little bit together last couple of years, stuff like that. But just happy for him, happy for the opportunity he gets to coach in an organization like that, and hats off to him, and wish him all the best, and hopefully get up there and catch a game and see how he does on the NFL level. But that was, I mean, I'm happy. Obviously I'm an OU fan, but I'm happy for me being a former coach, everything like that. I understand it, and when your opportunity presents itself and you feel like it's a good move for your family and everything like that, you got to take advantage. So hats off to him.
Yeah, no doubt. Dub, I'll ask you this, man.
No question.
Just on that note of talking NFL and in the coaching world, and I'll second what you just said, Drew. DeMarco, we don't know each other from Adam. That's dope, though, man. To go up there, get the call to go up to Kansas City and coach with Coach Reed and be in that organization is really cool.
Yeah.
But Dub, if it was you and you had an opportunity for the rest of your career, you had to make a decision, man. Are you choosing to coach in college or the NFL?
Ooh.
Are you kidding me? That's not even a question. NFL.
Hey, some people, the pageantry behind college football gets some people, man. It sucks them in, so you never know.
Yeah, well,
I think the pageantry's gone. I think the second we started paying these guys and let them go wherever the hell they wanted to go, the pageantry's gone. I loved college football. I loved what it stood for and what the players meant to fans and what the logo meant and all that stuff. But now I don't think it means near as much anymore. And I'm coaching college football and I still love it, but it's not the same.
But I'll say this. If you look at Indiana University, one might argue that the pageantry is still there, and you look at their fan base and what they just did. Now, I get it. There's a lot of things with that, but I'm just saying there's some pageantry there, man. To see how they traveled all across the country in the playoffs. Not saying like
there's still some out there.
I get it.
Yeah,
there's still the fans still love it. The fans still love it. It's just it's hard for me to get behind not the fans, but the fans being as loyal and as invested and being into it as much as they are, and the players just don't. It's not the same for the players anymore. And so the players aren't giving back.
Yeah,
it bothers me.
No, I agree.
Now,
you're not having the players. It's the tradition was, and back then, most of the time, guys that were getting recruited to the school for the program, everything like that, and a lot of the recruits now, I'm not speaking for everybody, but most of the time you're going, to be coached by whoever, or the money's the right opportunity. I think slowly but surely we're getting away from, hey, I'm going to so and so college because of their program history and tradition and stuff like that. Yeah, there's still stuff out there, but I think more now it's a more of a business decision as far as financially.
Correct. That's the way I feel, and I don't think it's the way I feel. That's 100% accurate. It bothers me. It just I just wish.
Here's a question for you.
I love what college football was.
Yeah. But here's a question for you, and we kind of talked about it last week a little bit. But for college football to maybe get back to where it was, or kind of get a wrangle on some of the stuff going on. What if you were the commissioner of college football, say, and they went to a different model, kind of what would be the first direction, or what would be the first thing you would kind of change and implement if you were the new college football commissioner?
Let's go, Dub. You're on the spot here. I can't wait to hear this. That's a great question, Drew. That's a great question.
Well, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but my answer off the bat would be, if this is what we're doing, then we need to take exactly what the NFL does and do it in college football. I don't know why we can't. Now, there's probably a reason I don't know about, but why not?
Sure.
Honestly. We're letting these kids transfer and go wherever they want. We're paying them. Let's lock these guys into just contracts. And when the contract's up, if they want to leave, let them leave. Let them make all freshmen get the exact same 1-year deal. And if they feel like they made the wrong decision, they can go. Everybody gets 5 years to play, no redshirting, and you're in contracts. So after year 1, if you liked where you were and you want to stay, you sign a 4-year deal, you sign a 2-year deal, you sign a 3-year deal, and then whatever the money is. And there's a lot more to it, but that's my thought. It's probably not the right answer, but I think it's still better than letting these players just get paid $1 million at one school, go play, jump in the portal. Here's another $1 million. Jump in the portal. Here's another $1 million.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I think that's why you're seeing a lot of these bigger programs going to a GM type model, is to kind of hopefully get a little rein on some of that. I know Oklahoma, and I know some of the bigger schools as well are doing the GM type model where, and now I don't know the numbers behind everything. I don't know what everybody gets paid. I don't know what kind of salary cap, so to speak, there is. But I think that should, that would be a good idea, because that would at least, you would have some sort of control as a program to not letting these guys just jump ship every year for 4 or 5 years, because there's guys out there that are now getting 8 years of eligibility, and which is ridiculous. But
I don't blame them. I would have taken 8 years if they would have given it to me.
100%. Are you kidding me? Especially when they're getting paid like this.
Well,
8 years in college and I'm making bread.
As long
Let's
as you
go.
can.
Well, one guy's getting 8 years, and then another guy can't even get his 5th year because he played 15 minutes of lacrosse, with the Owen Heineke situation. I don't know if you guys follow that, but it's just weird to me how the NCAA does that. And they don't really have to come out with a reason. They're just like, oh, well, you get one, but you don't, or this, that, and that. And so for me, just consistency across the board as to, okay, if you're going to give these guys a year, be fair with everybody.
Yeah. That's
I agree.
That's consistency is a great word. It's a great word to use in this. I would like to Dub's point. I think what he said is spot on, and obviously that doesn't answer every question, but there's so many directions. Kind of something I said last weekend, right? Or last week, Drew. Like, there's so many directions the question could go, if you will. You know what I mean? But if you want to, in my opinion, if you want to hit a few of the main ones, what Dub said, so contracts, make them sign contracts, whatever the length is. I think a big question is, does school even still play a part? And if it does, I think there needs to be some sort of incentive for graduating. I think I heard in a locker room earlier this year, in a coach's locker room earlier this year, of some big idea Willie Fritz brought to the table with that. I think at some point, with graduation having a big part of your money, a lump sum of your money tied to that to a certain point. But then I think, at least on our side of it, or the coaching side of it, the biggest thing, or one of the biggest things we talked about it last week, is the portal window. Limited it to 1, right?
Yep.
Check that box. Cool, great. That box is checked. But the just the schedule in general. You're telling me the last game of the season? What was the date of the national championship? Was it like the 19th or something, or the 15th?
Yeah. Now next year it's going to be like the 27th or something like that. Crazy.
Right. So
I can't remember
after the portal. Right after the portal. After the portal. So how does that make any sense, right? And so I've seen a lot of things for that, like proposals for that. I say seen a lot of proposals, just heard people talking about it. Moving the weeks up for the playoffs, one less bye week or whatever it is, and move the first week of the season up for everybody, all this stuff. Like, I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of possible
It was
solutions
January
here.
19th was the last game.
Okay. And the portal closed like the 16th, right?
Yeah, it was that second week, I think, of February or whatever it was when, you had a 10-day window or whatever it was to
Yeah, I think
do
the
that.
portal
Yeah.
was, I think I'm going off pure memory here, but I think it was January 2nd to like January 16th. And so give or take a couple of those days, I think probably. But uh, the fact that the last game of the season ends it after the portal closes just makes no sense. So you're just putting kids in conflict to have to say, if I want to leave, I'm leaving before the season's even up with my current team. And while not to mention we're having success, and I gotta
Yeah.
say to my team that I'm dipping on them. I think I'm gonna go somewhere else. But I would still
Well,
like to ride this out with y'all, by the way. So it's
here's
just
the
so
here's
it's
the
screwed up.
schedule for next year. So the first round games are December 18th and 19th. The quarterfinals are December 30th and the 1st. Then the semifinal games are not till the 14th and 15th, and then the national championship is on the 25th. And please stop having it on a Monday night. Like that's wild.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
Why?
Wait, okay, so hold up. Then look up the if you're looking it up right now, look up the portal dates. What are the portal dates for next year? Next January. Yeah, why is I assume the Monday night thing, it's obviously just all TV for viewership to maximize the viewership because of other stuff going on at the time or whatever. Because what? Because
David,
the
yeah, I
NFL
think it's just
playoffs.
TV.
so that they can have that one night. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But it's because there's no Monday night football for the NFL that night, right? Because of the way the
Yep.
NFL schedule's laid out, the days leading up to that.
Yeah, and the NFL wants to have
Yep.
their games.
They can have whatever they want. They're the
Yeah,
they drive it all.
Yeah, I think the TV is what's driving all this stuff. So I would have. That's what I always assumed. The Monday night was for TV.
But here's a question: would the views really change that much if you went straight from the end of the regular season into conference championship into week to week to week to week to week leading up to that to the national championship? Not to bring his name up twice, but I'm pretty
No,
sure I heard on
no
the
way.
Pat McAfee show. I'm pretty sure I heard on his show, like they laid out an exact schedule one time of if you did that and you played conference championship week at the same time, and then week to week to week to week of the playoffs, the national championship would have been like within the first week of January. Boom. Now kids can still, you know what I mean? So um, that gap is way too big
yeah.
between
So
the
the
conference
dates for
championships
next
and
year. So it's going to be a 15-day window
Huge.
for FBS and FCS players between January 2nd and January 16th. And then that primary window, yeah, like I said, and then you have, while players must be in the portal by the 16th, they can sign and stuff after that date, but they have to have their name in the portal. So some guys can just wait until, whatever, as long as they have their name in before the 16th. So that's not even like that's just the window of just getting your name in.
yeah. Which goes to my point of you got to
Yeah,
get it
that
in, and then if you're gonna leave and play in the national title game, or in this case, I guess the semis too, like
Yep.
it's bonkers. Makes no sense.
it makes no sense. It's hurting the players and the coaches on that side. The
Yeah.
schedule's got to get fixed.
Yep.
Well, at least they
That's a big issue.
eliminated the
Schedule's
spring
got to
window.
get fixed.
Like that was crazy,
Yeah. The
So
double window, that was for sure. That was that's the ultimate cop out.
yep.
When
So you're like,
that's like
you come
totally.
in. Could you imagine, like you guys back in the day, you come in, I don't really like this, and I'm gonna jump back into the window after spring football. Like that's wild.
No, I can't. To
No,
answer your question, I can't imagine. I think J Dub's dad probably would have ripped his head off if he would have thought about doing that.
Yeah, he would have. There wouldn't have been a discussion. It would have just gotten physical, and I'd have got my ass kicked.
Hey, so here's a question. Going back to last week, I know David had a great answer for it, but I wanted to ask you this while we have you on here. What would your advice be now that we're talking recruiting, transfer portal, stuff like that? You have either a high school guy or a guy going in the portal. What advice would you give to him? As he's going through this process and picking a school and everything like that. What would be your advice to a guy that is either picking a college for the first time as a high school recruit or a portal guy?
My first advice would be know what you're looking for. Know when you're going into the process, whatever it is that's going to make you or you think is going to give you success and make you happy where you're at. Know what you're looking for. So for me, when I was going through it, it was people, and I fell in love with OSU and the people there, and they made me feel like family. So it was easy. And so I think for a lot of people, they're looking at it for different reasons. And right now, it's really hard for these guys because there's so much money involved. And I don't know how to give these guys advice when one school is going to give them $1 million and another school is going to give you $500,000. When the $500,000 schools, everything else was what he was looking for, but the $1 million it's $1 million. So it's really tough. I don't know what to tell the kid on the money, but know what you're looking for, and be intentional about your visits and pay attention to the people around you. And if it's academics, make sure you do your research and you go across campus and you talk to people. Or if it's the coach you're going to play for, make sure you're spending time and talking to that coach. If it's just money, well, make sure you get all the damn money you can get. But just make sure you're intentional, know what you're looking for, and be intentional about it in your visit.
No, that's good. I know David had a great answer last week, and I think it's more prevalent now than it has ever been. But keeping your circle of friends, family, all that small during this process, and that was huge. I love that. I even 100%. Tweeted it out on our X page and everything like that. But I think that right there is probably one of the most important things, because now you have agents, you have uncles, you have all these people that are trying to grab at you and understanding that, hey, he's about to get $1 million, but also understanding the taxes behind it, the stuff that you have to pay. It's not all free money and everything like that too. So making sure you have people in your camp that is going to help you take care of that, so you're not in a pickle, a couple of years down the road where you're having to owe money or you're in debt, because you didn't spend that money wisely.
For sure. I would say that small circle that I mentioned can help you do exactly what J-Dub is talking about. Because what he's saying is way more important than what I said, as like knowing what to do. The small circle could just help you figure that out, of knowing what you want to do. Because there's a lot of ways you can go about it now. So I would say, but if you do have that small circle, and hopefully you do, of the people you truly, truly trust in your life, whether that's 3 people, 5 people, everybody's could be a little different. That doesn't matter. But if you don't know what you really want, to the point that he just said, those people are the people that can help you figure that out. That's for sure.
Yeah. And the intent.
Go ahead.
No, good. I was just going to say, like you said, be intentional and understand, what your goal is.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think the having a tight circle and having the right people around you is just as important, if not more important, because for me, again, I mean, my dad's been a big part of my life, and he's helped me out a ton, and I've been fortunate to have him, and he's the one who kind of set me up with that. From the very beginning of my process to the end, it was him, and he's the one who taught me that stuff. If I didn't have him, well, there's no telling what decisions I would have made or where I would have ended up. So there's a lot of things to think about, and I think having the right people in your corner and having it small and tight and people you trust is extremely important in that decision process, for sure.
Yeah. Well, and I like the point that you made, real quick. I like the point that you made about being like, and I go back to it again, your reason behind it. Like you said, it's okay if you want the money, so be it. Like if you want to win, if you want to go to the playoffs or whatever the case is, then or if you want academics, whatever, but understand like your why behind what you're doing so that you can maximize that opportunity.
Yeah,
for sure.
J-Dub says he don't know, he had his dad to help him make that decision, and he doesn't know what he would have done without him and making those decisions. Well, whenever he got to college, I got to see some of those decisions. So, I don't know. But
Oh
no,
gosh.
in all
Oh
seriousness, in all
gosh.
You want
No,
to
seriousness.
he's
share
right.
any of
He's
those?
right.
No. In all
No, no,
seriousness,
he doesn't.
if
No, he
anybody
doesn't.
that was
All right.
around him,
That's
no,
another
we won't do
episode.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a different podcast.
Sure. Sure.
No, what I was really gonna say was that um, you saw that decision get made before his final year when everybody was actually thinking this was before, obviously before the portal, when everybody was thinking that J-Dub was going to leave. And frankly, he had every right to leave, to want to leave at that time. And in today's age, back in that time, whatever it was, he had like nobody in the program, nobody outside of the program, nobody was going to fault him for leaving, but his core values, and he knew what he wanted, and whoever was in his ear, and him being his family, his dad, like being able to lead him straight with that direction, led to a decision that ultimately we were all super grateful for as his teammates, because he helped us win a whole bunch of games and start out that season 10-0 and yada yada, all the stuff. But it was really cool to witness that firsthand. Like what he just said, he may not have realized it, but he stood on that year. It was super cool for us as teammates and friends. And I know a lot of people on the outside looking in were super surprised at that. We're like, man, I thought for damn sure you were going to be leaving. You had every right to leave. When in reality, he stuck it out, did what he stood firm on for a long time. And I think there's a lot of people to this day that credit him for that and still will go to bat for him because of that.
And I think what played into that was I fell in love with. So I made that decision to go to OSU was because it felt like home, and I wanted it to be. When I made the decision, I wanted it to be comfortable. But once I got there and I made friends and I fell in love with teammates, and there was just no way I wanted to leave. But what the decision, or the reason I made the decision to go to OSU, was when I fell back on that same logic or same thought process when they told me Mason was going to be the starter, and I was like, well, why would I leave? And I didn't have a good reason. For me, I guess, yeah, some people want to go play, some people want to go be the starter, and that's great. And maybe no part of me deep down ever wishes I would have made that decision, because everything ended up great, and then I was able to keep these relationships and keep my my relationship with OSU strong, and it ended up great for me. But some people want to go play. You just need to know what your reason for being at that school, or what your reason is for getting in the portal, and know what it is and be intentional. And for me, it worked out great, and I think the reason it worked out great is because I sat down, thought about it. This is why I want to be here, and so it was. I was really fortunate too to have great teammates and great people around me. If Dave wasn't as good a roommate in college, and if he wasn't as good as a good as friend, I might have just said, I'm out. I'm out. But I had people like Dave and a lot of other teammates that were awesome teammates that busted their ass for me, that did a lot of things for me, and I said, no, there's not a chance in hell I'm leaving these guys.
I paid him to say that, by the way.
That's good. That's awesome. No, that's a great story, and that's a lot of times, people don't see that side of the players and everything like that. They only see what they see on TV, or they see what they see, from the stands and everything like that. To get some insight like that, that's awesome. And here's some news while we're talking about the transfer portal, and this is another reason why the NCAA is crazy. Ole Miss quarterback Trinidad Chambliss was granted a 6th year of eligibility after his court hearing today in Mississippi. So Trinidad Chambliss, I guess, is back
Awesome.
to Ole Miss. Good for him, but other people,
Awesome.
it's so.
Wait, wasn't he was denied twice already?
He was denied, and then they appealed it, and they actually went to court with it and got an injunction. So I guess he'll be back, and that's good for college football. Like, I loved watching him last year
Hell yeah.
do his thing, and yeah, like that's great. Like I'm, all for it. Hey, go get your money, or go get more playing time, and now Ole Miss has got a really good chance to do some more even without Lane Kiffin. So
Yeah, they're ready to run it back now if he's back. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I
That dude's a
guess.
no
stud,
doubt.
man.
Now,
That
Yeah.
dude's a stud.
I'm glad he's back. I love watching him, and I'm glad he's back. But that right there is to me is like I think is what you said is kind of an issue with the NCAA. Like there's no consistency. Like
None.
he got denied twice, and then goes to court or injunction or whatever just took place, and he gets it. And I'm glad he got it because he is fun to watch, and I want to keep watching him. But it's like, what was the rhyme or reason you said no in the first place? If this is where we're going to end up, and it's just there's no real rules. It feels like,
Yeah.
Drew,
Well, and I
do
think
but
you
I'm glad he's back. I mean,
go
I make
ahead.
it
Drew, do
very
you
clear.
have
I'm
any
very glad he's back.
Yeah, me too. I'll say that. Drew, do you have any like I guess do you know what his timeline was?
No, I just
Oh,
think it was like what J Dub said is he had a couple appeals or he had a couple the NCAA denied him a couple times and they decided, because it seems like every time you get a lawyer and go fight this thing, the NCAA, they're going to overturn the NCAA. So maybe that's the recipe for some of these guys that want an extra year of eligibility is, hey, it's just go hire a lawyer and use your NIL money to pay them and go get you another year of eligibility.
that's
So,
right. You
um,
got the bread to do it. Go do it.
yeah.
You
So,
do it,
and
Brad.
well, a guy like that does, yeah. So, but some of these guys are, you know, maybe they're just like, okay, it's time to move on. But for him, he wants to play more, and credit to him, for going out and fighting it and getting his extra year. So, but I think that's the recipe now. If you want to go get another year, go hire a lawyer and do that. So,
Yeah, I do like what he stood for, man. Came in, wasn't handed
Yeah,
a starting spot, kind of had to stay patient for it.
yeah.
Came in when he got his shot, he ran with it. That's like to me, that's what the portal is about. That's like you go win wherever you're
Yes.
at, you get a chance,
well,
and then when your
he was at
chance comes,
Ferris
you take
State.
advantage.
Yeah, he was at
Yeah.
Ferris State before that, and then
Yep.
got an opportunity to, using the portal the right way, and now he's, going to be
Yep.
going to set himself up well next year for the NFL draft.
That shows if you can win, if you're a winner. Now, the quarterback position is totally different than any other position in sports, in my opinion. But I think winning is one of the most underrated like things that people look at with quarterbacks. He won at the D2 level, and he was balling while he was doing it. And he goes and gets his chance at Ole Miss, the hardest, or I guess you would say the biggest competition level in college football. Still balling, goes and wins. There we go. Now, obviously, he didn't win it all, but still, um, winners win, man. That's what they do.
Yeah. No doubt about it. While we got a little break, I want to thank our primary sponsor, the Jeremy Hodge Auto Group. If you're looking for a brand new pre-owned truck, car, SUV, take the drive down south Interstate 35 to Ardmore. Check out their 3 dealerships, Jeremy Hodge Chevrolet, Toyota of Ardmore, and Jeremy Hodge Honda. Great selection. Like I said, brand new, pre-owned, all that good stuff. Hodge has it down there with the Jeremy Hodge Auto Group. So I don't know. He's golf course has got him. He'll be back.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, but he'll be back. He'll be back. So, they all left. So we'll see if they come back. But want to thank our sponsors again, Gridiron Spice Company, the newest partner of the show. And go check out their selection of spices. Get your 10% off there as well. Yeah, a lot of go through we lost David too. So
Okay, good. So what? Just me?
yeah, I don't know. That was crazy. You guys are jumping in and out. Like it's the show portal,
Yeah, I was about to say, man, we're just
Did you leave?
reenacting the portal.
You appealed it and you got back in. Okay,
I'm
cool.
back.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
like
go.
Trinidad, man. I'm back.
Yep. There you go.
Back in the Grove. Let's go.
Yeah.
That makes
But
me
no,
feel better. I thought
that's-
it was me sitting in the parking lot of the golf course.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
My
that was. but
camera was
that's
still
all right.
on. I couldn't
Yeah,
hear
and
anything though. Drew, I was watching you. I heard you say something about the sponsors. Shout out.
yep,
And then it just went. I couldn't hear anything, so I don't know what happened.
yeah, it's all good. It's all
Sorry.
good.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I got
Something's
you.
wrong with my camera. I can still hear you.
He's got to
Hey
clean
man,
the
it's called
lens.
football. We're battling through adversity. That's what it's all about,
That's
man.
right. Yep. It's 4th and 2 on the goal line. Are you kicking the field goal or are you going for it? So
No, we're
that's kinda
going
where
for
we're
it.
at. Yeah,
I'm
going
running
We're
it with
going for it. We're
JW
running
Walsh,
quarterback
man.
power.
That's
Quarterback
right.
power.
We're
JW
running
Walsh.
power.
That's right. That's right. The washing machine.
the wall. Yeah. So
Easy.
that's the washing machine.
You
What
never
was
heard that,
better,
huh,
the
Drew?
washing machine or the belldozer?
Oh, no comment.
The
No comment.
Are you the Belldozer? Are you kidding me? What?
Yeah, it's always funny when these
The
quarterbacks come up with
Belldozer.
their names. So
Yeah, can you believe J
I
Dub
didn't
came up
come
with
up
his
with the
own
washing
nickname?
machine.
Oh,
who came
boy,
up
you
with the
I
can't.
washing
didn't come up
machine?
with the washing machine.
You're the kind of
I
guy
have
you
no
got to be to
idea.
come up with your own nickname. That's
Yeah.
wild, man.
Yeah,
You're already a quarterback.
but
You got every advantage you can. Okay, you already got every advantage when you walk on campus, just being a quarterback, and then you got to come up with your own nickname. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
How would
yeah,
you
I
do
didn't come
that?
up with that
That's
one.
great. Yeah, yeah, right. That's probably
I
Austin
think
Hayes,
David
Zach
came up. I think that
Crabtree.
was Dave.
No,
Yeah,
That
you're
sounds
right.
like
That would
sounds
be
like
a
a
Hayes
roommate
thing.
nickname. Yep.
I'm not
That
that
sounds like a
creative though. I'm not that creative. I'm not like this.
No,
J Dub gave me
there
a good
wasn't many
shout out
nicknames
earlier,
coming
but
from ours.
yeah, I'm not creative like that.
Dave was a great roommate, but he wasn't creative. Neither am I. There wasn't many nicknames coming from our place.
You guys were just concentrating on football and school,
Now,
what, right?
there's a difference though, right? Now there's a difference. We'll create some plays. We're creative when it comes to designing some plays. We can come up with some
Sure.
stuff.
All
But
right.
you talk about nicknames, no, that's probably not
Well,
our
here
wheelhouse.
now that we're on the
No.
topic of play calling and everything like that, are you what kind of offense are you do you like if you're a coordinator? If you're an offensive coordinator, what do you install and what's your base principles?
Oh, let's go, Dub. You got it.
Run the damn football.
Oh,
We're gonna run the
so
football. I would love count. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, you're good.
Oh, counter. We're gonna run counter. We're gonna run some duo power. But we're not gonna be too crazy because I want to be good at what we're gonna run. We'll just run different variations of it, and then have play actions off of it, and then make sure we're when we're throwing the ball, we are know why we're doing it and when we're doing it. But we're gonna run the football.
Are you a
That's to
concept?
me again. I know I've said it already.
No, you're good. I was gonna say, are you a
Am I
concept,
go
quick
ahead.
game, or RPO guy?
Well, I don't love quick game. There's a time and place for it, especially if you can't run the ball. But I don't love quick game. I think if we're throwing the ball, I love concepts and then RPOs to help out the run game. But no, I'm not a huge quick game fan. I think quick game is tough to do, especially nowadays with the defenses people run, and it's tough on a quarterback. I think you got to give guys a chance back there in the pocket, and quick game it's tough. So now, if you're really good at quarterback and really good at wideout, you can run quick game as much as you want. But if you're limited at wideout and your quarterback struggling a little bit, then quick game gets tough because the protection issues that come with it.
All right, Dave, what you got? Are you the same? Are you going?
There's some similar philosophies for sure. I'd say philosophy, my number one thing philosophy wise is, and Dub touched on this, you better play to the strength of your players. You better know what they can do. First things first. So when he talked about like the different schemes of counter and power and all the stuff, and do I like quick game? Do I not? Do I like concepts? Am I a full progression team? Am I, blah blah blah, all the stuff. Like I my number one philosophy, and it's in my coaching manual now. Like if I were to put that up in front of the screen, it would say play to what your players can execute. Right? You better
Yeah,
know what your
I
players
think
can do.
for me, I've been a coordinator at the high school level, stuff like that too. I always, yes, I have a base philosophy. I have things that I like, but at the end of the day, what can you do up front? And that's where it starts, as your offensive
Yep.
line. And it's great if you want to run power and counter, if that's your MO. But if guys struggle pulling, if they struggle kicking out, if they struggle, sealing the back, if they're locking the backside, everything like that, then hey, you may have to tailor it. May run some inside zone, may run some split zone, insert, something like that. But yeah, you're gonna have to hang your hat on what your players can do, because with this, schemes and stuff that the defenses are throwing at you nowadays, you have to be able to adapt, and you can't just bang your head against the wall saying, hey, we're going to run this. Well, if it's not working, you've got to change something.
That's a fact. That's exactly right. So I'd say schematically, man, done a lot of those things you just mentioned, taught a lot of them, ran a lot of them, all the stuff, but you just got to know who you are. You got to know who you are. It's not about what we know, man. It's about what we can teach our players and what they can execute.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, there's time and place for everything. Do we
Couldn't
lose
agree
Doug?
more.
I don't know where he's
He's
at.
back.
He's in the twilight zone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but we can't
Can
see
you hear
you
me?
anymore. Yeah.
Oh, I can see you guys, but all right, hang on. I'm gonna get out and come back in because it's all messed up.
Hitting the portal again.
Hey, man.
Hitting the portal. He's coming back. But no, hey, we'll do a little this or that with J-Dub when we get him back. And let me thank a couple of sponsors real quick. Again, Gridiron Spice Company, the newest sponsor. Whether you're grilling, cooking, experiment in the kitchen, Gridiron Spice offers a perfect blends of spices. Use the Huddle Up code, the Huddle Up, for 10% off at gridironspiceco.com. And yeah, there he is. He's back.
Sorry.
One more sponsor to thank before we get to a fun segment. For Huddle Up listeners only, the best performing headphones on the market right now, liveaudio.com, 20% off. Go get you some headphones with the promo code, the Huddle Up, at checkout. My good buddy Mark Clayton, who was an All-American at Oklahoma back in the day, first-round pick of the Baltimore Ravens, has got his awesome headphones. Go get you a pair of those and help support liveaudio.com. He's back. We got him. So you only get one more portal.
Yeah. No, he gets no more. His portal.
Yeah, you're out. You're out of eligibility now.
I'm out of it. I'm sorry. I've used it all.
There you go. So we do a fun segment at the end of the show. I did it with Dave last week. We're going to do a little this or that. It's just a quick little rapid fire. Hey, would you rather this or that? And it's pretty easy, pretty fun, and interactive. And guys in the chat, if you're watching live, would love to hear your answers. But let's start it off. Let's go playlist or podcast. What are you?
Playlist.
Okay. What's the playlist look like right now? What was it on the golf course today?
Well, it's a lot of Kesha. It's a lot of Kesha and Sabrina Carpenter. It's unfortunately, I love it. So I'm proud of it. I don't.
Would you have some Bad Bunny in there from the Super Bowl?
I actually don't have any Bad Bunny. Kesha, Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh no.
He's in the He's in the San Marcos, reception portal.
He could help but get in the portal.
I'm here.
There we go.
There you are.
Can you hear me?
We still got you.
Yeah,
we can still hear you.
What the heck? I don't
That's
know.
all right.
I apologize.
All right, we know you like Kesha. We know you like Kesha and Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah. Okay, on the golf
Taylor
course.
Swift.
It's crazy because
Drew,
I got to listen to that when we play golf. That's crazy. I got to listen to that when we play golf, but whatever.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, whether you're in the golf cart or taking a road trip, are you a driver or are you a passenger?
Driver. I prefer to drive, for sure.
Right on.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hey, maybe it's by choice, or maybe you're told to drive. Who knows? So, um, on that road trip, are you a coffee, you tea guy, or what's your drink of choice?
Probably water. I've kind of cut out uh a lot of caffeine. I don't drink any coffee, and I've stopped drinking energy drinks. So I do like tea, but I don't really get it on the road. It's probably water. Just try to stay hydrated.
Going the healthy route. I like it. All right.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you
not
a
very healthy.
beach? Are you a beach? Or are you a mountains guy? Or are you? We kind of did this a three-parter, a lake guy.
Not beach, mountains. Love the mountains. Mountain golf. I don't really like the sun that much, even though I play golf a lot and I'm a coach. I'm in the sun all the time. I love the mountains. And I don't like cold weather, so it doesn't make much sense. But I do love the mountains. I love being up
What's
in
your
the mountains. It's
favorite? Where's your
beautiful.
favorite place you've been in the mountains?
Probably maybe Colorado or North Carolina.
Yeah, two good
Both of those
places.
places were beautiful. They're
So
beautiful.
we
Well,
actually,
actually, I take it back. Go ahead. Sorry, I take it back.
I was gonna
Ruidoso,
say
New
we
Mexico.
played. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, we actually went to and got to play Red Sky last year in up near Vail in Colorado, and that was pretty sweet. I've done a lot of scenic golf courses and stuff like that, but that one was by far was pretty nice. So
Oh, I bet it was beautiful.
yeah. So all right, food choice. Are you spicy or are you mild guy?
Somewhere in between. I do
Okay.
like a little spice, but I don't like it too spicy.
Right on. Okay.
So,
What's your favorite like Mexican restaurant plate of choice?
did you say Mexican food restaurant?
Yep, Mexican food.
Dave, you want to answer that for him or for me?
It's crazy. This dude really don't even like Mexican food.
Whoa. Okay. All
But
right.
hey, if you were to ask him that sweet and spicy, like flavor wise, like he's a B Dubs connoisseur, so he could give you his favorite flavor at B
What's your
Dubs.
favorite wings? Yeah, there you go.
Man, what? Well, my favorite flavor would be the ones Dave made for me. What I don't honey
He's a
gold
cook. Who knew?
and honey gold with some like sriracha or something. I honestly
Yeah,
don't know what
let's
they were, but they were incredible.
let's pause that. We'll pause that. I didn't make them. I got them to try them when we were in Memphis. When we went back to Memphis, there's a place called the Wing Guru. Shout out. Calvin Austin. When I had an NIL deal with them, but a place called Wing Guru in Memphis. Fire. They do a special sauce. It's like honey gold with basically I think it's like a hot buffalo sauce. I don't know, and with lemon pepper. It's money.
Incredible,
Yeah.
incredible.
Here's maybe one of the toughest questions that we asked. We got a couple more, but you got 2 tickets to any sporting event. Where are you going, J Dub?
Oh, Kentucky Derby.
Oh,
Ooh,
I like that answer. That was not on our list last week. I said
yeah, that's a good
the World
one.
Series because I have a baseball background, and then I said Augusta, on Sunday. But the Kentucky Derby, that is a good pull right there.
Yeah,
It's a good answer.
that's my number one bucket list sporting event to go to.
That's a good answer right there. Okay.
Great answer.
I'm going to throw this one in there, and then I'll ask you this one. But this was a Dave question right here: ketchup or ranch,
I don't know,
or your dipping
honestly.
sauce?
Man, I use a lot of
No,
both.
you gotta pick one.
Yeah.
Ranch, just because ketchup, the things I use for ketchup I can only use the ketchup for those things. But ranch, I can use it. I can eat a burger with ranch. I can
Yeah.
eat, I can eat fries with ranch. I can eat anything I eat with ketchup. I can eat with ranch. But like, I'm not dipping a piece of pizza in ketchup, so it's got to be ranch.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. And then we'll finish it off. This is a tough one. Favorite meal of all time. You got to pick one
Donuts,
meal.
donuts,
Donuts.
donuts. It's a
Out
hundred
of
percent
all the
donuts.
choices, you're going donuts. Okay.
Uh, it's my favorite food.
What type of donut? I don't know if it really matters, but
Oh, it matters.
It does. So I love the donuts when you are driving by the place and there's it just says donuts, and there's probably a business connected to it because it's
like a shopping
made fun
center
of all the
donut
time.
shop.
Yeah, because that's their livelihood. You walk
Yeah, you
into a
could go-
Krispy Kreme, you walk into a
They don't care,
Shipley's,
yeah.
you walk into Dunkin'. That's a recipe that somebody made, and it's been franchised across the country. But when you walk into this place that just says donuts, that's this family's livelihood. That's their business. That's how they make their money. That's how they live. So
You want
they
the
have
mom
to
and
make
pop
sure it's
donut
good,
shop? Okay.
and it's
Yeah.
always better. It's always better.
Okay.
Because that's how they have to make sure it works because it's the way they. It's the way
What's
they
your
live.
favorite type of donut?
Well, a glaze, just plain old glaze. When it's done right, you can't be beat. But if you're just going into any donut shop anywhere, the maple bacon it's untouchable.
Wow, who knew?
But you could screw a glaze up. I don't think you can screw a maple bacon up. That flavor combination is unbeatable in my opinion.
Man, who knew you were such a donut connoisseur? Yeah,
It's crazy. Isn't it crazy?
yeah.
And I'm surprised he don't dip his
That's
donuts in
quarterback.
ranch.
That's a quarterback for you right there. Here's a question here, and I know we were asking and we were done, but did you have any I was a former pitcher and everything like that and everything, but did you have any kind of pregame rituals or routines that you did every time?
I don't think so. No. Just listen to music, and that was about it. I didn't really have a pregame ritual.
Okay.
I was pretty boring on that front.
I got you. I had to ask because some people, they have their, you don't want to mess with me. I tied my left shoe in a triple knot and my right shoe in a double knot, and then I never touched the lines going in and off the field as a baseball player.
Wow.
So, yeah. But yeah,
That's awesome.
I would clean my pants. I wasn't a dirty guy like, hey, wear the same pants or everything like if you're winning. No, I wasn't about that. I'm not.
That's good.
I'm not. So yeah, I didn't go that far. So
the lines, the not touching the lines, that's a pretty common one, right?
yeah, it's pretty common. It's pretty
Yeah.
common. I started doing it, I think, because somebody else did it, but I went with the shoes and whatnot. So that was kind of my own. But I've heard some crazy ones out there. So
maybe that's why I was so bad at baseball. I didn't play it long, but when I would go take the field, I was my cleats were dragging across that white line, just kicking the dirt up. So maybe that's why I didn't last long in baseball.
Yeah, Dub's got no baseball etiquette. That's nowhere to be found in his genes for sure.
None.
Baseball etiquette in him. He barely has golf etiquette, and he plays it all the time. So
I have golf etiquette. You can relax with that.
you don't walk through anybody's you don't walk through anybody's line or anything, do you?
only if there's money on the putt.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. There you go. I might do that too. So, yeah.
I didn't see your mark there. Sorry, my bad.
Here, let me read that putt for you. So,
Oh gosh.
no, we have been at this for almost an hour. It's been fun. Guys, anything else that we want to talk about before we get out of here? Thunder are coming on at 6:30. Kayla decided to take some of her friends from work. They have company tickets to Thunder games. We actually have courtside. So she's sitting courtside.
Wow.
So one of these days I'll get to go back. I've been a couple games.
Who we playing tonight? I know
Milwaukee.
last night was
The Bucks.
but Giannis is out, right?
Yeah, I think so. And it's the last game before the All-Star break. So
Yeah.
I don't know how many people will be.
When do we get Shea back?
After the break.
After the break. He's not playing in the All-Star game either. So
Yeah, next Friday.
Dog.
I'm trying to go to that game next Friday against the Nets. That's where I'm trying to go.
yeah, we'll have to
shout
we'll
out
have to
to
do a little
J-Dub.
Thunder. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. A little Thunder segment maybe.
I'm gonna have to figure something out. Not living in Oklahoma anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna have to get my Thunder fix one way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tune in for
we gotta get Dub. We gotta get Dub back healthy too, man. We saw. I mean, he was going.
Yeah,
off
there's
last
guys
night.
that I think Chet is the only one I think playing in the All-Star game, and then Hartenstein's been nicked up. I don't think they've had, and I mean the record is insane. So, we'll see what they do after the All-Star break. So
Did you see? But seriously, did you see J-Dub last night before he tweaked his hammy again?
yeah,
He was going off. That was.
yeah,
I
He was
just turned it
balling.
on. Oh man, I turned it on right before he went on that little stretch in what, the third, I think it was.
yeah. He was hitting some
Yeah.
buckets. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Man,
it's been
appreciate you, Drew. It was fun, man.
yeah for sure. And
Yeah, this was a blast.
we'll have to have you on again too. And I know a lot of people are like, man, you get the OSU guys on, man. You need to start. I said, man, it's a great time to talk. I don't care wherever you come from. If you want to talk ball, we'll have you on. So
Hey, Drew, hold up. We can make some work. You know, I know some OU guys too. You know OU guys.
Mm-hmm.
We can go back and forth. Okay,
we could do a
Oh, yeah.
collab.
back
Yeah.
and forth.
Other
Yeah, you know what I mean?
places too, just non-Texas. Well, I had CJ Vogel on a couple weeks ago. He's a OU or a Texas Inside. Does recruiting stuff for him, but CJ is probably one of the only Texas guys. And if I'm not that type of dude, but if we got any guy, Vince Young, somebody like that, shoot, you can come on. But we'll see what happens. But no, we're trying to grow the channel. Again, thank you to the sponsors there, Jeremy Hodge Auto Group, Gridiron Spice Company, and liveaudio.com. You guys go use those promo codes and check out their products and everything that they have to offer. But for me, Drew England, the host of the Huddle Up, Dave, again, thanks for joining. And then J-Dub, thanks again for taking the time. Jumping off the golf course and getting on here and talking ball with us.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me. This was a blast. I'd do it anytime,
Yeah.
Drew. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Guys, for us, we'll see you again next week. We'll have some other guests and things that we're working on. So tune in next week and stay tuned to all the socials.